Lamine Yamal's brother Keyne face with tears of joy. Funny World Cup Final moments. AI football story, fictional. In this fictional AI football story, the biggest football night in the world had finally arrived. The FIFA World Cup Final was about to begin, and millions of fans packed the stadium while billions watched from around the globe. Cameras focused on football legends, celebrities, and the families of the players. But no one expected that one of the funniest moments of the entire tournament would come from Keyne, the younger brother of Lamine Yamal. Long before kickoff, the television cameras showed Lamine warming up with complete focus. He looked calm, confident, and ready for the biggest match of his career. Meanwhile, Keyne was sitting in the VIP section wearing a stylish, realistic black suit with a perfectly tailored jacket, white dress shirt, black tie, polished shoes, and modern sunglasses. He looked more like a movie star than a football fan. The crowd immediately noticed him because he couldn't stop smiling and waving at everyone. Every time the stadium cameras pointed toward him, he made another funny face. Fans laughed, social media exploded, and within minutes his reactions were trending around the world. As the players lined up for the national anthems, Keyne stood proudly and applauded louder than anyone. He even tried copying the serious expressions of the players, but after only a few seconds he burst into laughter. Even people sitting nearby couldn't stop smiling. When the referee finally blew the whistle, the World Cup final began at an incredible pace. Both teams attacked from the opening minutes, creating exciting chances. Lamine Yamal displayed his incredible speed and technical ability, dribbling past defenders and entertaining the crowd. Every successful dribble by Lamine was followed by another priceless reaction from Keyne. He jumped out of his seat, celebrated every pass as though it were a goal, and accidentally spilled popcorn all over himself after one spectacular move. The television commentators couldn't ignore him anymore. One of them joked that Keyne deserved his own camera because his celebrations were almost as entertaining as the match itself. Throughout the first half, cameras repeatedly returned to the VIP section. Sometimes Keyne applauded dramatically. Sometimes he pretended to coach from the stands. Sometimes he celebrated before anything had actually happened, only to realize the referee had blown for offside. The stadium crowd loved every second of it. Children started copying his celebrations. Fans held up signs asking the cameras to show Keyne again. Even photographers were smiling whenever they captured his reactions. Late in the first half, Lamine produced a brilliant run down the wing before delivering a perfect cross into the penalty area. The striker's shot narrowly missed the goal. Keyne had already started celebrating. He ran down 2 steps before realizing the ball had gone wide. He slowly walked back to his seat pretending nothing had happened while everyone around him laughed. The first half ended with both teams still searching for the breakthrough. During halftime, Keyne entertained nearby fans by taking selfies, signing shirts, and cheering alongside children wearing Spain jerseys. His positive energy made the atmosphere even more memorable. The second half began with even greater intensity. Lamine continued attacking relentlessly, creating chance after chance. Defenders struggled to stop his pace and creativity. Every successful tackle, every corner kick, and every dangerous attack produced another unforgettable Keyne reaction. At one point he accidentally dropped his phone while trying to record Lamine's dribble. Another time he nearly hugged a complete stranger after an exciting save by the goalkeeper. The stranger laughed and celebrated with him anyway. As the final minutes approached, the tension inside the stadium became unbelievable. Every supporter stood on their feet. Every attack felt like it could decide the World Cup. Lamine received the ball near midfield, accelerated past one defender, skipped around another, and sprinted toward the penalty area. The stadium erupted. Keyne covered his face with both hands. Lamine passed to his teammate. The teammate fired toward goal. The goalkeeper made a spectacular save. Keyne dramatically fell back into his seat, pretending he couldn't watch anymore. The giant stadium screen replayed his reaction 3 different times, making the entire crowd laugh once again. Extra time arrived. Players were exhausted. Fans could hardly breathe. Keyne, however, somehow still had enough energy to celebrate every throw-in as though it were the winning goal. One young fan handed him a Spanish flag. He proudly waved it above his head while encouraging the supporters around him to keep singing. His enthusiasm spread across the entire stadium. Even television directors seemed determined to keep finding him after every important moment. Eventually, the match reached its dramatic conclusion. The players embraced one another after an unforgettable final. Lamine walked toward the stands looking exhausted but smiling proudly. Keyne applauded continuously while shouting his brother's name. When Lamine finally reached the family section, the brothers shared a warm hug that symbolized years of hard work, sacrifice, and support. Fans applauded the emotional family moment. Soon afterward, players celebrated together on the pitch while confetti filled the sky. Keyne joined the celebrations with the same joyful energy he had shown throughout the entire evening. He danced, laughed, posed for photos, and congratulated everyone around him. Social media instantly exploded with clips of his funniest reactions. Football fans from every country created memes, edits, and compilation videos featuring his unforgettable expressions. Some joked that Keyne had become the unofficial MVP of the crowd. Others called him the King of Stadium Reactions. Even sports pages began sharing screenshots from the broadcast because his excitement perfectly captured the emotions every football supporter experiences during a World Cup final. Although this is a fictional AI story created for entertainment, it celebrates the joy that football brings to millions of people around the world. The memories of families supporting one another, fans celebrating together, and unforgettable stadium moments are part of what makes football the world's most beloved sport. Whether watching from the pitch, the stands, or home, football creates laughter, excitement, unforgettable memories, and moments that unite people across different countries and cultures. If you enjoyed this fictional AI football story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with other football fans. Tell us in the comments which funny stadium reaction made you laugh the most, and which football family you'd like to see featured in the next AI football adventure. Together, we'll keep celebrating the beautiful game with creativity, entertainment, and unforgettable moments.